And we are back with some more Western Michigan Broncos franchise mode in FHM 9. And in this one, we have the start of year number 5 in the NCAA. We have made the tournament 3 out of the past 4 years, so here's hoping that this will be year number 4. And 2 of our most recent appearances in the tournament, we actually made it to the Final 4, but unfortunately, we never made it past there up to this point. So hopefully this is the year that we can change that, as we do have on our roster a very, very talented defenseman in Blake Fiddler, who has joined us, at least for this year, because I'm pretty sure at this point that an NHL team, or specifically Boston, would have signed him at this point if he was going to sign anywhere. Not to mention you have Deke Davidson at a 4.5-star ability, Tatarenko, Roz all at a 4.5-star ability, Tinling, Cardona, Lindfors. I mean, we are stacked this year. So I expect nothing less than a championship-like performance out of your Western Michigan Broncos. So with that being said, we will get underway with the regular season of year number 5. All right, here we are on November 10th, which is National Signing Day, and we are 9-0-1 in our first 10 games of the season. Not bad at all. So let's take a look at the standings. I would imagine we are in first. Yes, we are. We are, in fact, 7 points ahead of Minnesota Duluth, so we look to have a pretty comfortable lead at the moment. And let's check out the player stats so far. Tettinen leads the way with 13 points in 8 games played. Cardona and Tinling with 10 points each. Then you have Zinchenko with 9, 8 for Tatarenko, 6 for Gojcik, Fiddler, Ozelinch, Lindfors, and Davidson, 5 for Brooks, 4 for Connors and Kelgard, Risto, Holchak, Portillo, D'Alessandro, and Ross. And you have Stenman with 3, Ratty with 2, as well as Doucette, Grenier, and Izagai. Then you have Lundberg, Person, Dupuis, Kroll, Sinkinen, Zapp, and Smith all with 1, Stander and Juntorp with nothing. And in goal, Bruveris in 4 games played with the 971 save percentage, and Howitt in 6 games played with the 935. Goaltenders doing phenomenal. Skaters looks like we are doing very well there as well. Not having a scoring shortage or anything, so yeah, that would explain a very good record. Let's take a look at the team stats. And goals for per game, we are currently second in the league with a 4.3 in 10 games played, and goals against per game, we are first with a 1.1. Wow. That is pretty impressive. We're also first for faceoffs with a 57.6. I mean, this team is just very good. And now power play, however, okay, all right. Power play considerably improved so far from last season. Last season it was somewhere around, I mean, we were all the way down here, like 45 in the league or something. Right now we're 13th in the league with a 28.6. And the penalty kill, we are up there in 5th with a 92.3 on 26 opportunities. So very, very, very good team so far. Obviously, if we could keep this up, then this is certainly looking like a championship caliber team. But obviously, only time will tell whether we will actually be able to win the NCAA tournament or not. But before we get there, we have to go through National Signing Day, which is right now. So let's see, where are we picking? We are picking at number 3. So I'm really curious as to how this draft order works here, because we seem to get higher every year. I don't think we've ever dropped lower than like 12. And meanwhile, there's some other teams that are back here at like, 60 or like mid 50s. And that's their first opportunity to make their own nomination, right? So like, I don't know what's going on with the draft order here. Definitely feels like it favors the player team for sure. I mean, maybe that's just with Western Michigan. I don't know exactly what affects draft order here, because it's obviously not league position, that's for sure. Like, is there some lottery in place that I'm not aware of? Oh well, I'm sure someone will point it out to me. So let's get this National Signing Day underway. Who will be the first pick? It will be Artie Blakey for Bentley, a left defenseman. I mean, here's the thing. I don't think we can afford to pick too many players here, because we have 33 players, 32 on the active roster. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't let you pick more players than you have spots open on the roster for next year. So, oh wow, we actually have a lot of seniors this year. A lot of, and there's actually a junior graduating too, Juntorp. How is he graduating? Is it because he was a red shirt before? I remember Juntorp was a red shirt at one point. So is the game confused or something and it thinks he's a senior based on that? Because so far he's only in year number 3 of his career. I thought it was like a full 4-year thing. Like, even if they redshirt, they just get an additional year, right? I mean, that's how I thought it was supposed to work. But now seeing this, I'm not entirely sure anymore. But everyone else here is seniors, and there's quite a lot of them. A lot of important players too. Tinling, Cardona, Lindfors, Holtschak, a lot of really good players here. So yeah, we might actually be in for quite a long signing day here if it's based off the amount of roster spots we have open next year. So I might actually want to take this guy then, or at least try to. Yeah, we have 11 seniors on scholarships right now. So that should mean that we have a lot of scholarships to offer here. I mean, he's not that bad, but I wouldn't say he probably not ready for the first defensive pairing at the very least by next year. So I'll offer him, but I'm not going to offer him a scholarship. Yeah, he turned us down for Bentley. Okay. Who I'm looking at is the right winger, Doug Elfring. Already a 5-star ability. So that would be like, that would basically be like Blake Fiddler all over again if we get him somehow. So let's see. Will we be taken here with this pick? No. Canisius takes Keith Fitt. Yeah, I'm going to ignore him. I'm not going to offer him at all. I want to focus on the best of the best here. I want to make sure that we're getting good players. Okay, so we're on our nomination here. The only verbal commitment we have in this National Signing Day is Matt Ware, who is literally a half-star ability goaltender with half-star potential. So I'm not gonna, we're not taking him. We gotta go for Doug Elfring, right? He hasn't been drafted at the NHL yet either, so I would say we're guaranteed at least 1 year with him, right? I mean, this year is probably his draft year in the NHL, but still, I can see us having at least 1 year with him, regardless of what happens with the NHL draft. And I mean, how can I pass him up, right? 5-star ability. I gotta try. I have to try. Elfring, full scholarship. Come on, join us. Let's go. Blake Fiddler and Doug Elfring back-to-back years in the National Signing Day. Let's go. Doug Elfring. That is phenomenal. All right, next nomination. Oh, okay. Here's one who I think I want to offer a scholarship to. Mark Brooks, 2.5-star ability, 5-star potential. Yeah, looks pretty good. Pretty good defensive center as well. Yeah, I want to offer a full scholarship. Please join us. Yes, let's go. 2 amazing picks in the first 5 picks. All right, here we go. Next nomination, Dwayne Gilliam. He's a goaltender. I mean, you have Bruveris graduating this year and Howitt's a junior. I suppose in this game especially, you can never go wrong with another goaltender. Yeah, I'm gonna offer him a scholarship. Oh wow, turned us down for UMass. Hey, we got another one. Stan Decker looks like a pretty good two-way center. Is 8 points so far in 7 games played with the NTDP. U17 that is, so not a bad one to get there. Ooh, Sean Vaughn of Grand Prairie, Alberta. 17 years of age center, 1-star ability, or 1.5-star ability rather. 5-star potential. Pretty good. I think I'm going to offer him a partial scholarship. See what he says. Oh, that's okay, so Harvard got him. Raymond Shannon, 1-star ability, 5-star potential, 17-year-old winger. Yeah, looks pretty good. I think that's someone who I want to give a full scholarship to. He turned us down for Cornell. Ooh, Johnny Curry, 2-star ability, 5-star potential, 17-year-old defenseman. Yeah, I think I want to give you a scholarship. And he turned us down for Michigan. So here's a player I'm willing to give a partial scholarship to because he's already a 1-star ability winger. His offensive ratings are not that bad. And I'm pretty sure that we're losing quite a few wingers this year. Oh yeah, we're losing Kettinen, we're losing Guntorp, Izagai, Connors and Kelgard, Holtschak, Brooks, Zinchenko. We're losing all our wingers. Yeah, definitely going to at least give him a partial scholarship here. See what he says. Caden Acoin. 2-star ability, 5-star potential defenseman. Speaking of which, how many defensemen are we losing? We're losing Cardona and Oslinch, so only 2. Not as bad as forwards, but I would like to get him if I can. Full scholarship? Nope. Boston College. Mike Dix, apparently. Sure, why not? Wow. Of all the players. All right, here we go. We're at our next nomination. Still plenty of good players available, but I think I want to get Justin Samoleski. He's pretty good defensively. 17 positioning, 16 stick checking. Very good checking winger overall. Already got that 2-star ability, 4-star potential. Intelligence is at 8, so that's a bit of a concern. Hopefully he is able to actually be on our roster every year, but I don't know. I think it might be worth taking the risk because we are, like I said, we are losing a lot of wingers this year. And as far as wingers go, I think he might actually be the best. Yeah, he's the best available winger. All these guys up here are centers, defensemen, or goaltenders. Yeah, Samoleski's the best winger on the board. Yeah, and he's not committed to any team, so I think I'd like to try for Samoleski here. Here we go. Nominate Justin Samoleski. I may as well give him a full scholarship. I feel like he'll be a pretty key part of the team. There you go. And he has agreed to join. Very nice. hopefully he is able to keep up with his academics and actually be able to be on our roster. Hey, all right, we got someone, Kurt Hartfell. And he's not too impressive, only a half-star ability, 2-star potential, but he's a winger, so I'll take it. Got the 14 offensive read, 19 temperament, so not too much else impressive about him, but it's something. At least we don't have to rely on a walk-on player. All right, here we go. We're at our next nomination. I think I'm going to take either Brett Elliott, who's a center, or I might try to turn into a winger, or do I take the next best winger, which is Wallace or Smith? Between Smith and Wallace, I would take Smith for sure. Now between Smith and Elliott, I would take Elliott over Smith, just based off ratings. I mean, his intelligence is only at 8, so certainly running the risk of having some red shirts coming next year, but would I prefer the intelligence of Smith or the ratings of Elliott? Yeah, I'm going to take Elliott. I'll give him a full scholarship. There you go. Oh, we got another winger, Mark Douglas, who only a half-star ability, 2-star potential, but you know what? Again, he's a winger, and he is definitely better than a walk-on player that we could get. So, welcome to the team. All right, the computers are just consistently drafting garbage now, so I think I'm going to stop asking about other teams' nominations and just do my picks and get it over with. I think I will take a defenseman here. It's either going to be Kane or Wilson, and based off what I'm seeing, Kane's much better. Oh, yeah. Tim Kane, full scholarship. There it is. All right, next nomination. There is a goaltender in Popin. Could also take Wilson. He's still there on the board. But I think I'm going to take a winger. Mitch Vardy looks good. 16 intelligence too, so pretty good chance of staying on the roster. I'll give him a partial scholarship. Yeah, nice. All right, next nomination. We are at pick 308. May as well be Bruce Wallace. He is another winger. 4-star potential. Half-star ability, but oh well. Just gonna have to rebuild our wingers from the ground up, I suppose. Wallace, partial scholarship. There you go. Next pick at 369. I think we'll take Whiteley at this point. Only goaltender left. Only 5-star potential left. 9 intelligence, so not great, but we are gonna need a couple of goaltenders this year. We already took one, of course, but I do want to get another one. Partial scholarship. There you go. We have Whiteley joining us. It does seem like with my own nominations, I could get generally whoever I want as long as they're not verbally committed to another team. I think at this point I'll take Ryan Smith. Even though he's 16, he does have some pretty good ratings for a 16-year-old. So nominate Ryan Smith. I'll give him a full scholarship. There you go. At this point, there's not much left. There's Azit Biktimirov. Not bad, honestly, as an offensive defenseman. He's already 21 though, so that would explain his ratings being where they are. But it's not like there's anybody who's really better at this point, so yeah, I'll take him. Partial scholarship, there it is. I think I'll take a center now. It's between Farrell and Bowie. They're both essentially the same player from what I'm seeing. Bowie's better offensively, but Farrell's better defensively. And we know Bowie's a 2.5-star potential. We don't know Farrell's for sure. Yeah, I'll take Bowie. Not gonna give him the scholarship though. All right, cool. He joined us. And our next nomination, Farrell's still there, so we may as well take him. Okay. We have finally reached our roster limit, so I don't believe we can actually make a pick here. So I guess with that, our National Signing Day is over. So here's an updated look at our prospects list. Most notably, Doug Elfring with a 5-star ability, 5-star potential. Looking very good. He will undoubtedly be leading our team on the first line next year. Well, presuming that is he actually joins us and hopefully he doesn't sign in the NHL right away, but that's besides the point. We still got a great player in the draft, and hopefully we get to keep him for at least a year, possibly 2. I can't see longer than that though. And with that done, let's continue the simulation as we're on a pretty good roll right now. Imagine Elfring on the same team with Fiddler. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. Like I don't think Fiddler's gonna be staying in the NCAA beyond this year. But I mean, you never know. Maybe Elfring goes to Boston along with Fiddler. Then there we'll get to see them play together. But definitely not here. No way. There's no way that Fiddler is staying beyond this year. But oh, look at this. Look at this. Tetarenko and Ross moved themselves up to 5-star players as well. Oh yeah, we're looking great. This has got to be the year. This has got to be, with the amount of graduating players we have this year. This has got to be the year we win the NCAA championship. Because not only do we have a lot of graduating players, we also have a lot of players who could very well make the jump into the NHL next year. So yeah, this has got to be a championship year for your Western Michigan Broncos. And we're not on January 1st. We are 13-3-2. We played 8 games since National Signing Day. There weren't too many games in December. So we're going to go over the stats once more, and then we will end things off for now. So forward, Ketinen and Tatarenko lead the way with 17 points each. Ketinen in 13 games though, whereas Tatarenko in 18. Gosik with 16, 12 for Tinling, 10 for Zinchenko and Lindfors, 6 for Brooks and Risto, 5 for Conrads and Kelvgard, Lundberg, Stenman, Holchak, and Portillo, 4 for Juntorp, Izagai, and Grenier, and then 2 for Doucette, Person, Smith, and Sinkinen. On defense, you have Cardona with 16, 13 for Fiddler, 11 for Davidson, 7 for Ozelinch, 6 for Ross and D'Alessandro, 3 for Stenger, 2 for Ratty, Dupuis, and Zapp, and then 1 for Kroll. And in goal, you have Rivieras with 7 games played, 1 shutout, and a 941 save percentage, and Howitt with 11 games played, 3 shutouts, and a 920 save percentage. So overall, still doing very well. Let's check out the team stats. Goals for per game, we are 4th in the league with a 3.94. Goals against per game, we're 1st in the league with a 1.61. Faceoffs, we're 3rd in the league with a 54.4. Power play, we are, 33rd in the league with an 18%, so that got worse since the start of the season. And then the penalty kill is 6th in the league with an 89.6. So not bad overall. Could definitely be doing better in some areas, particularly the power play, as always. But besides that, we're looking pretty good heading into the verbal commitments, which we will save for next time. So that being said, we'll end things off here. And the next one, we'll go through the second half of year number 5. See you guys then.